Hello, 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 my angels, my loves, my collective. Listen, it is what you want to know on a Wednesday, okay? What you want to know. And what we want to find out today, or what I want to tell you today, is someone needs to alert the circus. The circus must be in town because there is a clown on the loose, okay? A real clown on the loose. Someone is looking like a straight up clown around here because they are realizing, they are having the realization. It has finally come to their awareness who you are, what they had, and what they let go of, okay? They are dealing with the aftermath of their decisions, their consequences, seeing who they chose, the path they chose, the job, the career, whatever it was. It's not you, okay? It's not measuring up to you by any means necessary. They have hooked up, partnered up, chose the ringmaster, okay? Someone who just wants the spotlight, someone that wants to be seen, all right? Someone that has to have the limelight, someone that's just full of entertainment, the hype man, the hype girl, someone to just get people going, all right? That's who they have. And your person is realizing this, seeing this, is no longer, fooled by the whole drama of the circus, all right? And they're looking like a fool, looking like a clown, feeling worse than the clown, okay? So this person now wants to come towards you, but don't know how to come towards you, don't know what to do, all right? They're walking around here just in awe, all right? So alert the circus, get your tickets, and this is the thing about it. The circus act, it's not year round. It's seasonal. So whoever this person partnered with, they should have known it's temporary. When the circus blows into town, they blow in for a short time, for fun, for entertainment. That's it. It's no commitment. They're not there forever. You go, you see a show, you're amazed, you're entertained. So somebody gave into a situation where they were caught in that moment. All right, they were having fun. It was entertaining. They were enjoying it. So they were putting you aside. All right, while they were being entertained by the juggling acts, and this is what they were doing. They were juggling you and juggling that. All right, but now it's over. The fun is over. The adventure, the amusement is over. And now they're seeing what they have. And it's like, this is a lot of hard work. Because when the circus is not putting on a performance and they're back at wherever camp they go to, whatever grounds, fairgrounds, or wherever they house themselves at, in their trailers when they're on the road, on the go, they have to work. They're practicing. They're rehearsing. They're living with each other. They're getting tired of each other. They're around each other all the day. Never know what's to come. All right, where the next show? What's the next thing? So this person now is back, and they're realizing, you know what? I gotta put a lot of hard work into this situation right here. This is not amusing anymore. It's not fun anymore. It's not entertaining anymore. I want my collective back. I want that sure thing. I want that faithful thing. I want that year-round love, that unconditional love. And so they're looking like a whole clown out here, okay? So we're gonna tap into what you want to know on a Wednesday, or what you need to know more likely. The clown wants to come back, all right? Alert them, alert the circus, tell the ringmaster, tell somebody their clown is out here on the loose. They may be looking for you, they're trying to contact you, they're trying to manifest you, they want to say something to you. Who is this clown that's on the loose? Could be somebody self-employed, working for themselves. Again, if they're in the circus, they're self-employed more than likely. All right, somebody who has that seasonal work, somebody that has to go out there and try to hustle, find work. Opportunities blow in from time to time. Yes, they get that income rolling in for a little while, and then that income is going. Why? Because they can't perform. All right, speaking of can't perform, it's a possibility now that this person is no longer interested or no longer amused by their choice, that possibly they can't perform in this bedroom not anymore either, or either they just don't want to perform, or it's up and down, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, so this is somebody that might be self-employed, working for themselves, out here looking for other opportunities, looking for the next big act. looking for that steady thing to get them past this temporary thing that they chose or they settled for. All right, this could be somebody that has a Honda, or they're partnered with somebody who drives a Honda, has a Honda car or truck. All right, or maybe the one that they chose, or maybe they both were self-employed together on the Circus Act. You know, a lot of times they do hook up, sleep with each other in that whole circus camp. They become one little community, one little cult, so to speak, or one little group. They all probably hooking up with each other, sexually hooking up one another, sleeping around with everybody in there. They could have been self-employed together. They're both within the circus, okay? One is the ringmaster and the other is just a clown. So they've been working together. So this could be somebody that went in business with somebody else. They tried to start, or they were starting some self-employment partnership with each other. All right, one had the bright ideas, one carried it out. Okay, one backed the other one. There was this type of partnership. All right, so and again, you know, maybe with this Honda come in place, this car, you know, the clowns do ride around in a little vehicle. All right, somebody could have been doing electrical work, or not only were they doing self-employed as an electrician doing electrical work, but their wires were crossed. Their wires were definitely crossed with you because they didn't see who you were or know who you were, or what you were brought to the life to do, encourage their growth. All right, but definitely the wires are crossed between this dynamic because they're no longer feeding each other electricity. They're no longer, this person is no longer electrified by this person. They're not turning them on. The light switch is not working. Okay. This is green. This talks about the fourth chakra, the heart chakra. There's no balance in this relationship. There's no compassion. It's just work. It was never really probably love to begin with. It was just entertaining. All right. Again, it could have been based off of work, a work dynamic that they could have had. Something that had to do materialistic. You know, they had these bright ideas. Again, one had a bright idea, one wanted to carry it out. Maybe one financed, one helped out, supported the other with this business. Okay, but it's no longer electrical. It's not balanced any longer. Okay. Yeah. I tell you what y'all waiting on this Wednesday about this clown that's blowing through, and we are probably getting in that season where they may be going to come through again, okay? So this clown is on the loose. This clown's looking for you. They need to know, you know, how can I fix this? How can I repair this? Electricians repair. This somebody wants to comment, yeah, they've gone through some family issues, or if you had a family with this person, there might be issues within this family dynamic where you guys aren't communicating, you know, and they want to fix the family issues that you guys had. There's no contact or something going on. This is 4 cards on my board now. Why do I say bored? Because they're bored with the person they're with. That person is now boring them, okay? But board talks about structure, foundation, stability. They're planning on how to come back, how to fix this, all right? They want to repair the structure of the dynamics of this relationship. All right, black is coming out. Either your person, you know, I don't want to say it could be African American, or just black with negative emotions, negative feelings. All right, they were in negative energy. You know, this kind of situation going on. All right, yeah, I tell you what. Ooh, this clown. Yep. This person's in their feelings, all right? This person's definitely in their feelings, all right? With the moon coming out here, this is somebody who fed you illusions. They kept hidden secrets from you. They're in their emotions, all right? They're taking a look at their inner life right now, trying to tap into themselves, do some, you know, inner work. This is somebody who could have been this an intuitive person. You know, moons do talk about intuition, all right? So this person knew who you were. Intuitively, when your paths crossed, they knew you were different. They knew you were positive, upbeat, you know, they knew you were spiritual. They knew that you were just all around a good person, okay? But again, they went towards something that was entertaining, all right? We have 6 cards on the board. That talks about partnerships. That talks about lovers. Choices. This person knew you were a lover. 6 goes into is right before 7, which is a marriage. This person saw you as long term. They saw you as somebody they could see themselves marrying, having a future with. But again, they got distracted. All right, we have law enforcement out here. Law enforcement, this person could be looking at some legal trouble, have some legal trouble going on. If they got married, engaged, or went to a marital thing or a situation, this person, law enforcement could be getting involved. This person may have a lot of conflict going on where law enforcement had to come into play here. Not only that, but we have the Honda. We have a car on the board. So maybe this person got pulled over by police, had some type of interaction, maybe had a DUI, maybe got a ticket, got into some type of trouble. Maybe had family issues going on with them, with the car. Maybe someone purchased a car for them, backed a loan for them, put a car in their name for them. Okay, somebody could have a black Honda, possibly. We do have a color black out here, and we have a Honda out here as well. What else? What law enforcement also with seven cards? This could be spiritual law. It does not have to be earthly law here in the realm with physical police. This is spiritual laws. This person broke some type of spiritual laws because they were in negative energy. Okay, this could be what law enforcement. This could be your spiritual guides that were protecting you. Again, that is seven cards. Okay, seven does talk about sacred, spiritual perfection, completion. You completed something with this person. You overcame an obstacle. You moved forward. You moved away from the situation. I thought this person wants to move away from what they're involved in. Okay, it is seven. It's a car in here. They do want to drive on, get away, leave. The circus is a traveling act. So if this person does travel towards you, it may be, something that you need to be careful of. Okay, this person may still be harboring some negative emotions. They may need some healing. Not only that, but because they attach themselves to somebody who is a ringmaster, does like the limelight, this person that they have attached themselves to might not be willing to let them go and may want to come towards you. They may be bringing some baggage. They may want to come towards you with some drama, okay, that you just don't need, especially with issues being out here. All right, your person could have been involved in same-sex relationship, or could have been involved with someone who does like same-sex relationships. So they could have been involved themselves in threesomes, orgies, with all type of the sexual things that they had going on. With hats, caps, and scarves coming up out here next, this person was definitely trying to cover something up, hide something, keep something from you, not reveal something from you. But again, that's what happens in a circus act, right? It's tricks, it's illusions. You have the motorcycles going through the rings of fire. That's what you have. They're doing a lot of tricks, a lot of things that they're doing. Okay, you have the clowns pulling tricks, pulling rabbits out the hats. What hats? This person was pulling all type of things out the hat. If not them, the third party. All right, a lot of it was a lot of illusions. Remember, I told you we had moon right above hats, scarves, and caps. All right, so yes, this person was pulling all type of tricks out. If not them, the third party, it both. With the scarf covering up things, with the hat pulling rabbits out of hats, pulling all kind of tricks and stuff you haven't seen. They were doing all kinds of things. Okay, with this, covering up a lot that you didn't know about, especially with the moon, with the illusions, with the hidden things, secrets coming to the surface. Okay, this was a person that was very proud, somebody with a lot of ego. This is the third chakra, the solar plexus. This is somebody that had a lot of self-esteem. They felt very powerful. Somebody who feel like they needed to have power. Somebody who's probably outspoken. If not them, the person that they got with, especially the ringmaster, that definitely is an outspoken verbal person. Somebody who feels like they're proud. Somebody who feel like they're always in the right. Okay, someone with a negative way about them. They probably speak negative, have spoken negative about you, because it does come under blackout here. Okay, somebody that's been saying a lot of bad things about you, trying to discredit you, make you look bad, cause issues within your family. Somebody who came in and interfered with, if this was you were involved with someone you have a child from, someone who came and interfered within that family dynamic. Okay, cause this person to pull away from you with their tricks up their sleeve there. And you know, they could have been doing black magic as well, because in a circus act there is magic, all right, especially with the hat, with the pulling, thank you spirit guys, with pulling rabbits, what I said, pulling a rabbit out of a hat, somebody performing black magic spells, magic tricks, okay. So somebody who could have been in the type of arts. They could have been somebody who was a stripper, entertaining, wearing barely nothing, all right, putting on a performance. I said somebody who likes the limelight, all right, somebody who wants to put on a show. I said that. Somebody who was dancing, stripper, dancer, somebody who wants to dance as well, all right. With pink, this is pink talks about the first chakra, the root chakra. Somebody that they could have known from childhood, somebody that they could have went back and forth with, somebody that they knew around the neighborhood, somebody who's dealing with some root chakra issues, all right, somebody who has some things that they need to heal from their childhood, possibly some childhood trauma, possibly some abandonment issues, or something that could have just happened within, you know, somebody could have had somebody that passed on, somebody could have been married, had a deceased loved one, or someone could have had someone to just pass on from them within their early childhood stages, their young adulthood, okay, and they just never put closure to that. They never healed that. They never let those feelings, those emotions go, all right. But if this person was married, they definitely had you on the side as a mistress, put you in a third party, you know, situation that possibly you didn't know about, that you found out about, and that you had to leave, okay. And the last card coming out of my makeshift card, we have Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy is somebody who needed attention. Again, you know, she needed to be seen. She wanted it. She wanted Kermit's attention all the time. Loved him, went after him, but then was negative, was rude, and had that sassy type of attitude. Needed the limelight. Always chasing drama. Always had drama in her life. Okay, that was Miss Piggy. That could have been this third party person. All right. Again, the ringmaster of this circus act. I told you that was gonna be the last one, but apparently it was not, because I'm being drawn towards this. What you are divinely protected. I told you whatever went on when I saw law enforcement. Remember, I told you that was your spiritual guide, your spirit guides protecting you the whole time from this whole circus act that they had going on, that they was traveling with on the road with. You are divinely, you were, still are, and will continue to be divinely protected from your spirit guides. Okay, so I have 4, 8, 12, 16. 16 cards on my table. 16 talks about the Tower. Thank you, come through spirit guys. This was chaos. This person has chaos in this life. Unexpected changes are coming for you and for them. This tower is going to fall, okay? That something is being revealed to your person, to the third party as well, whoever interfered with this situation, all right? The revelation to them is whatever tricks they were trying to pull, whatever magic, black magic, whatever they were doing, whatever they were trying to cover up will be revealed, will come to light. Your person will find out about it. Your person is finding out. The revelation for them is who the hell you were to them. You're what you were supposed to reveal in their life, how you were supposed to help them heal whatever childhood issues that they did not heal. So revelations is just on board for everyone. The revelation to you are some secrets that are going to come out about what went on with this circus act, this ringmaster, and this clown, all right, that's looking for you, all right. And it was going to be revealed to you is how you did the right thing by moving on, moving away, moving to calmer water, just leaving this whole negative situation, just traveling circus alone, all right? That was it, your personal growth, you progressing, you transitioning on, all right? Somebody also could be transitioning on in this dynamic, okay? Does not have to be, but couldn't have. I told you I had Widow out here, which talked about someone that moved on, someone that already moved on or is moving on, all right? Could have passed on in this person's earlier years that they didn't heal with. They need to let go and move on from that situation, okay? What else? And someone might just be ready to just move on out of this dynamic period, all right? Somebody that was trapped in their mind, somebody that felt like they were they couldn't free themselves. All right, that would be possibly being that feel imprisoned. Somebody with victim mentality, somebody that had limiting beliefs. Okay, also with this imprisonment, we do have the law enforcement. So somebody, for someone out here, a few of you, or even just one of you, if it resonates with one of you, may have someone dealing with potential going to jail. I told you we have the car, the Honda, the law enforcement. Somebody could be pulled, or police, and maybe they have something that does not belong in their car. Maybe they're driving on driving drunk or something, get arrested, or maybe they've been in jail already. If not, this is somebody that has their foot, one in the water, the rocky waters looking below, and one on ground. All right, so this is somebody that knows that they're standing in hot water. There's a puddle. This is somebody that's been crying, okay? Sad, depressed under decisions that they've made, the choices that they made. They've cried over you. This blindfold on their face, they can remove this at any time. These swords, they're not even in front of them. They're on the sides and behind them, okay? So yes, they've experienced some past hurt, okay? And yes, they're presently dealing with some drama in their life, some hurt, some mental anguish in their life, and they were confused about the past. But they can move forward if they want to, if they just take the time to look at, like, they're free. This imprisonment that they feel, this entrapment that they feel they're trapped in, they're really not trapped. It's mental. It's in their mind. They feel like their circumstances, their responsibility, their decisions, their choices are holding them there. But they can free themselves at any given time that they want. They're just in a, oh, well, it's me, victim mentality mindset. They can remove this, this wrapped around, this toilet paper that's wrapped around them, they can remove at any time. Hell, it's toilet paper. This blindfold, they can take it off whenever they choose to, okay? And they can walk forward whenever they choose to. If they stop crying over the spilled milk and just do so, they can overcome these obstacles in their life, okay? What else? What else for my my chosen ones, my earthly beings out here, my collective? Yeah, somebody misused the power in their life. They misused the power that you gave them. Let's be clear. You gave it to them. Let me say it again. You gave them this power. Okay, you gave them the power to come in and out of your life whenever they felt like it. You gave them the power to decide when they're going to call you, when they're going to see you, when they're going to give you attention, love, whatever you wanted. You gave them that power, all right? And I feel like they gave someone else their power as well, and they misused it, all right? And so this person, now they feel like with this victim mentality, that they can't be creative. They no longer have these bright ideas. The person that they're with don't have these bright ideas for them to bring to fruition, okay? Or either they can't creatively come up with a bright idea of how to even get out of this victim mentality that they're finding themselves in, to take this toilet paper off their arms, to remove this blindfold that they put on themselves, okay? And they're feeling frustrated, all right? What else? Thank you, spirit guides. On which one on Wednesday? Yeah, see, more abuse of power, okay? Abuse and manipulation. All right, I told you with these circus acts, this clown, they manipulated you. They were manipulated. They manipulated you. Somebody, they're acting cold towards their person, or that person they're with is acting cold towards them, or that bedroom is just cold. Remember I told you electrician, they're not entertained. They're not turned on. I told you things, lights may not be working, things may not be working. It's a cold situation within their household, their stability that they have going on, and nobody has empathy for the other. No one feels sorry for the other one. The third party, or whoever they're with, doesn't feel sorry for them, that they're unhappy, and they don't feel sorry if the third party or the person they're with is no longer happy in that dynamic. They're only feeling sorry for themselves in this situation, but they lack empathy for others, all right? And the reason that they're feeling sorry and they're feeling this way is because they feel like you're out here chasing new opportunities, all right? You're going after your stability, your foundation. You're having, and you've been emotionally renewed. You no longer in your feelings, or you're not in their feelings about them, and they can't understand, like, I did all this to the collective. They don't care. They're not sad. They're not feeling bad. This is somebody that didn't show you gratitude, all right? That didn't give you the proper recognition that you deserved, all right? And even though they didn't give it to you, you gave it to yourself, and you're just not caring. Like, yes, you went and you saw the circus, but when you realize this show is not worth your time, your energy, or the money you put into it, you got up. You're like, yeah, y'all, anybody want my seat? Anybody want to have my seat? They're going to sit here. Here you go. You can have my ticket. I'm no longer amused, okay? And you got out of that situation, all right? Because you realized the relationship that you guys had, it was not balanced. It was, this person was not equal give and take. You were giving. They were taking, and some of you gave up access, of excess of what you were doing, but you realized it, and you're like, yeah, no, not giving no more. All right, so you said, I'm gonna avoid this disaster. I'm gonna avoid this whole mess. I don't want to be a part of this circus. So you left. You delayed the inevitable. You knew in the end it was gonna be a shit show. So you're like, I'm gonna leave early. I want to get to my car before everybody leave at the end, and then I'm stuck in all this traffic and I can't get out, and I'm sitting forever because now I'm caught in this mess. So I'm gonna leave ahead of time, okay? You didn't fear the change. You got up, you left, all right? You're like, I'm not gonna delay this any longer. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go now, okay? So what spiritual symbols did you receive? What inner growth, what enlightenment, was it that was given to you that let you know that you had to go? Okay, these are falling. So things was definitely falling apart in your relationship, and your person's falling apart because these cards are falling from my hands. What is it, Spirit God? What is the enlightenment for my collective to let me know that this was just a complete circus act full of nothing but clowns, and this clown is on the loose? Accept the surprise. Stay open-minded and receptive to the magic unfolding in your life. Come through. Didn't I tell you it was magic? It was nothing but tricks. Didn't I tell you that? It's with this magic and the rabbits. It's black magic. It's tricks. It's manipulation. That's all it was. You accepted that that's what it was. Okay? You had an open mind to know that you weren't going to just look at things from one perspective. You looked at it from all perspectives, and you realized, hold on, something's not right. It's magic. It's something going on here, okay? And I need to open my eyes to what's really going on, all right? Orbiting coming out here. Ghost others, but still interacts or views accounts via social media, stories, or posts. Give others false sense of hope or reconciliation. Yeah, this person was manipulating you, just like I said. They ghost other people, so they were ghosting you to give attention towards something else that was entertaining, that was exciting, that was going to only be temporarily, because circus acts are only temporary, okay? They're watching other people, and this person is also hiding the fact that they're probably watching you on your social media, watching your posts, seeing what you're doing. They're hiding behind their name. They're using someone else's name or looking through somebody else's page to keep an eye on you, because they do have this false sense that maybe one day you guys can reconcile and they can fix this. Remember, electricians on my board, electricians and family issues. They want to fix this issue that's going on with you, okay? So, and they do have a false sense of hope that it can happen. That's exactly what it is, a false sense of hope. I have moved. It's an illusion because you're not interested. You've moved past this. You've elevated past this. You avoided this disaster, okay? Because it was imbalanced. What else? What else? Like, you see the clouds out here? You see this? Like, you're listening to your spiritual guides. You're listening to your intuition, all right? You're paying attention. What else is there for my collective? Oh, things are falling again. Yeah, this person's falling apart. I'm telling you, these cards keep falling. It's too much. They did too much. There's a whole lot of cards. It's too many cards. It's too much. Clear. You see clearly now. And see how you're looking up? You're looking up. Your eyes are closed. You're focused, all right? You are focused. It says focus your intentions. Navigate your decisions with clear insight and purpose. Everything you do now, you're doing with a purpose, all right? You know you have a purpose here. You're in tune. You're in alignment, all right? So everything you do moving forward is for the betterment of you, also for the betterment of others, all right? You're focusing on your intentions. You're not caring about really what this person want, or trying to, you're not out here people pleasing or putting on shows. You're being authentically yourself, all right? And you're following your purpose. You're listening to your intuition. You're focused on the here and the now. You're not focused on the past or what happened in the past. It says nurture yourself, prioritize well-being, and tread gently on your journey ahead. That's what you're focused on. Like you see that you're aiming for the bull's eye, all right, for the center. You're dead focused on, this is what I'm not worried about my future, because the future is unknown. I'm not worrying about the past because there's nothing I can do about it. I've learned the lesson. I've watched the show, and now I see clearly what it was, what it is, and I've moved on. So now I'm focused on my here, my now. What can I do today to make things better? What can I do today to help others? What can I do today to help myself to grow spiritually and to evolve? I will worry about tomorrow on tomorrow, but today I'm only worried about today. And you're focusing on your journey, and you're treading on your journey. Okay, what else? What else, spirit guys? What else? What else about this clown that's on the loose? Three, growth. You've grown since this, what you've gone through with this person. Okay, you're only going to get in relationships, collaborate with people that are on your vibration. All right, rebuild. You have rebuilt yourself. Stifled by expectations, it's time to redefine your limits and reclaim your freedom. That's what you've done. You reclaimed your freedom. You've revealed yourself. You're coming out with more confidence. All right. You are sure you have liberty out here. All right. You embrace your liberty to explore new paths. The world is wide open to your journey. You're excited about your journey. All right. Now you rebuild yourself. You're focused on yourself. You're focused on the now. You have a clear mind. Okay. You are excelling. You have definitely excel to the next thing. But this somebody, they want to come and rebuild with you as well. Let's just be truthful about that. They want to rebuild with you, and they want to go on this journey with you, and they're focused now too on how to come towards you too. All right. This clown that's on this loose, you have high chair tyrant. Look at this. Look at that lion face on there. Demanding, incapable of taking criticism, a brat, a narcissist, fails to take responsibility, needs constant attention, entitlement, and arrogant. You know, I love it when these cards come through. I love it. I'm going to take that 1/2 of a second and just say thank you, okay? Give acknowledgement, because I told you, I said it. This is a clown. They were on, given a circus act. They were being led by a ringmaster. I told you this sounds like a narcissist, somebody who needs the limelight. I told you somebody who, but this person, forget about what I told you, what I'm telling you now. This is somebody that, they're very arrogant. They have a lot of pride. I told you this is a proud person, pride and ego, okay? This person needs attention. I feel like they both. Remember I said Miss Piggy's on the board? Miss Piggy needs attention. Miss Piggy needs the limelight, okay? This is somebody who causes drama. They were attached to somebody that needs the limelight. Your person needs the validation, and they needed the limelight. They made a perfect couple. You had the ringmaster, you had the clown. They both were doing illusions. They both were being manipulative. They both were playing games. They really deserve each other. That's why they're traveling act. They're entertaining, okay? There's probably a bunch of community people watching them, being entertained by them until they get bored, okay? That's it, because you can't see the entertainment is only entertaining for one good show. You don't go to the circus and see the same show 3-4 days in a row. You see it one time, and then you're like, yeah, okay, that was it. Maybe next year, maybe not even this circus group, but the next one. I'm not calling circus names, but it's only entertaining for that moment, and not even for a long time, but a short time, okay? That's it. Once you've seen it, you experience it's like, yeah, okay, that's it. Either you enjoy it or you don't. And it's so, but you don't see it day after day. It's temporary. That's what it is. What else? What else? Stay open. All right. I love you, my earth angels. I love the wings. I love the wings you're showing. Embrace spontaneity and trust the journey. Remain open to unexpected twists and turns along the way. Remember, I said you were avoiding this tower. You avoided a disaster, but even though you avoided that tower, all right, you still have change coming, all right? So you need to stay open on this journey. You are being liberated for sure, but there is going to be change because you have elevated, and because you elevated to a new timeline, you need to be open to the changes that are going to come and embrace those and be willing. You have a clear mind now. You're listening to your intuition. You're using discernment. Okay, you are orbiting. All right. So stay that. It's going to be twists and turns along the way, but just have faith that even with these twists and turns, you're going to make it through just fine. You're going to be fine because you do have divinely protected out here. You are divinely protected. So you don't have to worry about that. Your ancestors, the universe, everyone has your back. So you're good. Tell me more. Tell me more about this clown that's on this loose and this ringmaster. Challenger. Disregard. Okay, let me show you the pictures, guys. All right, challenger. Disregards opinions and feelings of others. That's what I said earlier. Somebody didn't care nothing. They didn't give two craps about how you felt, how their actions made you feel. They only cared about themselves. Difficulty in following the rules set by others. Yeah, because this is why they're self-employed. They want to make their own rules. They don't want to listen to others because it's a narcissist. They think it's their way or the highway. They don't want people to tell them what to do. This type of person that if they go work for somebody else, they may get through 1 week, 2 weeks max. Okay, and then it's like they think they know more than the boss. They think they're more educated, higher, education, or more skilled than what their employer, their manager, or their supervisor is. Okay, they feel like they're not paid. Their pay does not match their skill because it's about them. This is somebody that finds fault with the job. No matter what job they go on, they find fault. Okay, because they can't follow rules. They can't follow rules by society, not by the job. They're not even spiritual. All right, this is somebody who could be intimidating towards some. For those who find this person an arrogant narcissist as being intimidating, then they are intimidating to some. They come across as a bully. But usually the bullies are the ones that are the sensitive ones, the ones that aren't healed, the ones that have the most fears and insecurities, all right? The ones who really don't know thyself. Those are usually the bullies, all right? But this person could be confrontational and unmoving. They're so set on their mind belief on what they want to do that yes, they do cause havoc in people's lives. Okay, but the truth is, these are the ones they're the most damaged, that have the most work. The tyrant. Okay, what else? What else, dear God? What else about this clown that's on the loose? Him or her with their ringmaster leading the way. Tell me more. Thank you. Divinely guided. Yeah, you're divinely guided to walk away. Trust the wisdom of the universe and remain open to receiving guidance as you journey through life's mysteries. Yeah, you have been divinely guided. See the hands of the universe, of divine coming through. Your ancestors, your spirit guide, my God, angel protecting you. You are on your path. You're on the right path, and you're going where you're divinely guided. You walked away from the situation. You're continuing to walk away from the situation. You're staying open to what the universe has to open to you, because you're being liberated from what happened. You were wronged. You were wrong because you didn't deserve anything that went on in this situation, and that's why they're wreaking the havoc that they're reaping. Not only the clown, but the ringmaster. Okay, and you're just going to turn your back and hey, you don't even have to sit back and turn around and watch them. Like, I don't even feel like you care, honestly, what's going on with this circus act. I don't even think you're buying a ticket to see the next show. Lantern, again, you're being guided. You're being guided to walk away. It was one-sided information and gossip. Avoid misunderstandings and arguments. Situation that will stir up envious people. I told you, I feel like the clown is on the loose looking for you because they realize they were part of a circus act. The ringmaster, of course, don't want to let his best clown leave, so the ringmaster is going to come after the clown who's looking on the loose, looking to run away from the circus. Okay, so you just need to avoid. I told you with the black guy here, somebody was probably speaking negative about you, talking bad about you, saying things, maybe even doing black magic, because we have black, we have hats, scarves, capes. caps, I'm sorry. So yeah, somebody was probably dibbling dabbling in some black magic as well. But you've been spiritually guided, you've been spiritually protected, all right, and you've moved on as directed and as continue to do so on your spiritual journey, all right. And this person may want to come stir up. I told you, if this clown come towards you, the ringmaster is following right behind him or her to come towards you too, to try to create some argument between you, say something to you, because they want this clown back in their circus, okay? And the clown is trying to run from this circus, all right? So, and these are just envious people. Someone who's jealous of you because they can't be you. They're not on your timeline. They're not on your spiritual path. They're not on your journey. They're not healed, okay? Again, it's an outspoken person who likes the limelight. So, of course, they're going to want the attention. And for a while, your person probably thought like, oh, toxicity, if someone's being toxic, if they're willing to argue, fuss, fight, be seen, be heard, oh, this must equal love. And I think it was you coming in calm, cool, collective, not doing this toxic stuff that let them see, you know what? Love comes, that's not love. That's unhealthy. I don't want this circus act. I don't want this unhealed stuff. I don't want this toxicity. I don't want this, because they now see that that's not love. That's toxicity. That's trauma bonding. That's what that is. What else? What else, Spirit Watch? Exploring. Embrace the unknown with curiosity. Letting each journey shape your path and wisdom. Through each journey you go through, it's going to be a lesson to learn. It's going to be a spiritual test. It's going to be something to take away from it. So just be willing to explore. You do have it's an open, big, wide world. It's a lot of things you can learn, a lot of lessons you're going to learn a lot of ways, but each one of those lessons are going to shape you for your next journey, okay? So if you just don't fight against it, learn it, pay attention, use discernment, use your wisdom, and, have faith. And just keep everything you do, you just do with an open heart and an open mind, you'll be just fine, okay? Epicure. Self-absorbed, excuses, uncommitted, intoxication, overconsumption of things, impatient, unrealistic, and gluttony. That's what this person was. The both of them, the ringmaster and the circus, the clown that's trying to run from the circus now. They're overindulging, probably overindulging in drugs, alcohol, for attention, and sex and lust. All right, they're uncommittal. Like I told you, I don't think either one is really faithful to the other. Probably introducing other, like if somebody had the fact that they are into the same sex, they're introducing other parties into their sex act that they're doing, okay? Definitely, this is somebody who always had an excuse. Either, well, I act this way because of what you said, or because of what you did, or, oh, yeah, I didn't call you last night, oh, the phone was there, oh, I was asleep, oh, it was uncharged, oh, I was busy, oh, I was tired, oh, I didn't get the call, oh, my phone acting up, oh, I dropped my phone, oh, my phone. I mean, they just had excuses, and somebody who never takes accountability, all right? And, of course, narcissists don't, because of they're always right. And there's somebody impatient. This is somebody that if they wanted to see you, they wanted to see you, and they wanted to see you that day. And God forbid you say, oh, well, I'm busy, because then they don't want to hear that. But if you want to see them, or they have excuses, well, I can't today, I'll get back with you, or yeah, I may not be able to, or yeah, and then they don't answer the phone, they don't come through, just games, all right? A gambler, they definitely took a risk on you. This is somebody who's reckless, selfish, that overestimates their ability, doesn't know when to fold them, very chaotic, that misjudges their own capabilities, are unpredictable. You definitely dealt with somebody who's unpredictable, and they probably dealing with somebody who's unpredictable. Definitely a narcissist, somebody who's unpredictable. You don't know if they're going to come through. You don't know if they tell you they're going to do something, if they're going to do it, not do it, okay? If they're going to call, not call. I feel like maybe for a minute you sat around, you waited. Oh, okay, well, they said they're going to call. Oh, they said they're going to go out. Maybe you got dressed. Maybe you waited and they didn't come through. Or maybe they call you, say, yeah, I'm coming over, and they don't come over. Or, hey, I'm going to call you to meet me so-and-so, and then you wait, and then they don't call you. I mean, just whatever. But they took a risk. They gamble. They gamble when they decide to do other things outside of you and not tell you, express, or enlighten you to what was going on, they definitely took a gamble at losing you, and well, that's what they did. You know, the house wins, right? You go to casino, you might win a few hands. Again, temporary. All right, those temporarily wins. Like with the Circus Act, it's a temporary thing. So yeah, they gambled and they lost, and the house won, which is the divine, the spiritual, the heavenly realm. They won. They pulled you out. They're like, okay, you want to heal? That's it. You're lost. Now you deal with what you get. You go home broke. You go home broken. All right? You feel lost. You feel regret because you didn't know when to fold them. You didn't know when to quit. You kept playing games when you should have known. When you saw you were on the up, you should have held back. You should have known it's time to walk away, and you didn't. All right? Give me something on this clown. I have karmic debts that I need to be paid before I can come back to you. Yeah, they have racked up a lot of karmic debts because they've been out here playing and breaking a lot of hearts and playing these games. So yes, they do. And before they can come back, and they will come back because, you know, they're a narcissist. So you walked away and they don't want to see you walk away. They realize what they had now, okay? But when they come back, does not mean you're going to accept them back, but they will be directed and guided to come back. I don't understand what you see in me. I don't feel attractive. I guess you don't now. Now that you're looking like a clown. I guess if I was out here looking like a clown too, I wouldn't feel attractive either. You know, how attractive can you look with big feet, a red nose, and a curly fro on your head? I mean, how attractive can you be? Your person. I just had a visual. A young person may actually be walking around here looking like Dumpy from the Seven Doors with a big nose, big feet, and a big curly fro. But, you know, I can't get over myself. Stop it, girl. Stop it. What else? Y'all, let me stop, okay? This situation has become very difficult for me to manage mentally. It is draining me. It's draining now because the ringmaster has been in control. And this is somebody who's probably realizing that all this time, they thought they were controlling something, that this ringmaster been in control the whole time. And this is why I feel like a clown. There are feelings of anger inside of me that I need to release before I explode. Yeah, because they're upset. They're upset because they realize now they're a clown, all right? They missed out on an opportunity of a lifetime because they fell for something entertaining, something comical, possibly black magic, all right? Something that was covered up from them that's now coming to light with the moon, all right? Deceptions, you know, now they're listening to their intuition. I think of you, fell. I think of you at night when the world is asleep and my mind is awake. You know why their mind is awake when everybody else sleep? Because they're in this mental anguish, all right? This mental anguish, trapped mentally. They feel imprisoned in their thoughts. They know they made the wrong decision. I feel empty and hollow inside, and I can't open up right now. Of course I don't, and I don't want to feel rejected. That's why they can't open up, and they can't open up too. They know this ringmaster's on their tail. They can't go too far without this ringmaster's permission. I cannot be vulnerable with you. I'd rather hide in the darkness before I let you see inside of me. Because they're a clown. They're a clown. A real clown. Okay? Let me give you a motivational message. I just have to tell you guys, you know, be careful. Okay? There's a clown on the loose. And that clown's looking for you. Okay? Not going to come in and say much. Probably say, hey, what's up, big head? Or, hey, how you doing? I just checking on you. They're not going to really say what they're really feeling inside. For sure. But they just want to test your temperature, see how you're feeling, all right? Casting spells. Didn't I say somebody was casting a spell? Didn't I say it was black magic on this board? I told you. The world I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. What I say and believe, I attract more so. I shift my story from lack of abundance, from victim to empowerment and complaint. I speak to others through my words. I am casting beautiful spells. You're casting beautiful spells because you're helping people heal. But I'm telling you, with with hats, caps, and scarves, somebody was doing black magic on this board. Maybe the third party to keep your person, maybe your person, or maybe them both. Them doing sex magic and playing manipulation games with you. Somebody definitely speaking out on you. Unique lives. 3 people in this. It was definitely third party affairs. Okay. I respect everyone's individual decision and way of life. We are each on our own unique journeys, and my way isn't the only way. My job is not to change others, but to simply love them. That's all you were doing. You were just loving people, you know. loving them, being your authentic self, and people are drawn to you. And if you giving them unconditional love helps them to heal or see things about themselves, good. For those who aren't ready, then that's their journey. You keep loving and you just keep being you. You don't have to be a part of their journey. That's their life. That's their choices. But definitely continue to live your life. Continue to give love. Respect everyone for their decisions. That everyone has their own time, their own life cycles, their own life lessons to learn. All right. You just keep doing stay on your path, and you stay focused to what you're supposed to do, and just remain open. Okay. So this is my reading on what you want to know on a Wednesday. The circus, alert the circus, because the clown is on the loose. Have a good day, guys.